$30 million Place des Arts building is complete, and an open to the public kind of tour happened over the weekend. So,
and if people aren't familiar with Place des Arts,
yep,
it's on Elgin Street on the corner of Elgin and
what street
Cedar,
would that be
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Cedar or is it Larch? But either way, it's right around there. It's kind of across from the train tracks on Elgin.
You can't miss it.
Yeah, it's not that far from Elm Street if you turn from Elm Street going on Elgin. Beautiful looking building, well designed, great architecture, and so they just had their opening on Friday. So a lot of people were able to come in, cameras, whatever, and get a little tour. A lot of the news were invited into there. So
it was a family event. They had construction, games, clowns, art exhibits,
they had clowns.
Storytelling. Apparently, I'm not a big fan of clowns. So
a lot of people are
glad
afraid
I didn't
of clowns.
make it. But
okay,
face painting, scavenger
cool.
hunt.
Yes.
I mean, if you were going to do a launch event, that's how you would do it.
Yeah, they went big with their launch. So this place is pretty impressive as far as I'm concerned with the pictures I've seen.
Yeah, I was looking at the pictures. Man, I mean, they didn't spare any expense by the looks of it. It's
so they have an auditorium in there. It looks like I don't know, half of what the size of the one at Sudbury Secondary would be.
It's 299 seats.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more at Sudbury Secondary, but I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. It's a concert hall. It's not supposed to be an auditorium.
Hall? Okay.
It's a concert hall. And it looks like it's multi-purpose.
Yeah, because they do have a big screen. So it looks like a small movie theater as well.
Yep.
Well, I guess a big movie theater.
It's pretty big. $299.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
$299. I wonder they couldn't get that extra seat.
Yeah, just one more seat would have been.
Yeah, would have been $300. You know?
I thought that too.
$299. I don't know. With the reason, maybe they had to pay more taxes for seating over $300.
Yeah, there's a different strata. But,
that's the whole thing. Sometimes we don't understand but there's 299 seats in there.
Yeah, there's a black box style multi-purpose studio for 120 people.
A black box
style
multi-purpose
studio.
Multi-purpose studio.
Yeah.
Black box style. So just a square black room. Is that
basically
what I'm to hear?
Yeah, basically.
Multi-purpose
studio. So you can really do anything in there.
Okay. Can you...
Okay. That's not going to all the things you could do in there. But, it's right downtown. What do you think of the location?
Downtown?
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is the whole KED, and we'll get into that with the other...
Isn't that the debate of the
Junction
day?
East
Yes.
project, too, and how it correlates. But, yeah. I guess with the whole KED thing, the idea was to make this mega building downtown with the arena and all kinds of things in it and a conference center. But after that got quashed and they voted on putting the arena on the Kingsway.
Yep.
It was like, well, we need to go ahead with some of these legacy projects downtown in order to bring people downtown. I believe that's the purpose.
That was the logic.
Build it downtown and people will come.
Mm-hmm.
So then everything got compartmentalized. And I think as very, very traditional in Sudbury is that everyone wants their own version of something.
Sure.
So if we can't do it together, we're all going to do ours because we didn't have a say in the big thing anyway. So we're going to do our specific thing. So hence Place des Arts.
Mm-hmm. Place des Arts.
So they have a francophone mini conference center.
Mm-hmm.
And
so you can have like events there.
Francophone events?
Events. You can book the place. There's different rooms. Like I mentioned, the studio. There's the more theater kind of style one. There's like an auditorium.
Can you do like multi-language events or just unilingual?
I'm guessing so. I don't think they'll discriminate
Like
against
if you were any other language other than French, could you rent this facility or
guessing
use it?
you can. I'm guessing you can. I mean, it's probably aimed at the French portion, but I don't see any reason you couldn't.
So you speak French. You
but this isn't meant for
lived
me.
in France.
This
for
isn't meant for me.
a particular part of time. You lived in Quebec.
Yeah.
You now live in a fully bilingual city.
Yeah.
From your perspective, does this facility have basically a reason for being? Like, if you were,
Put me on the spot here.
wanting to, like, does it need to be feasible? Does it need to make money? Does it need to pay for
No,
itself?
it
Does
doesn't,
it need,
no.
or is it just
No, in my opinion, no, it doesn't.
is it a big, I don't, again, like, do we need another facility like that? Like, are we strapped for facilities that have 299 seats with a projection screen at the front of it that you can do, for multi-purpose, like, activities? I don't know, because you have Sudbury Secondary has an auditorium, Cambrian has an auditorium, Collège Boreal has an auditorium,
Downtown
Fraser Auditorium.
Yep. The Fraser Auditorium is probably the biggest.
And these are not booked up solid.
No.
Like, if anything, they're underutilized.
Well,
So-
we're not able to afford the upkeep on them, usually.
Well, that's what I mean. You build another one, then there's upkeep. So now we're going to go, and build a whole other, what is it, $30 million?
That was about $30 million for this one, yeah. But I disagree with you on one thing. I don't think it needs to be, like, financially viable. That's not the point.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. Like, I've been to art galleries, world-class art galleries, in France, in Quebec, in Ontario.
Yep.
Art galleries never really make money. Like, that's not really the point.
Okay.
It's kind of like a library. Like, a library isn't designed to make money. Like, when you don't return a book on time,
Yep.
they make you pay for the book.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily pay for the whole operation. That's just like an economic penalty that they've decided is important, so people
Yeah.
do. It's kind of like when you go to the art gallery, you might have to pay a few dollars, but that doesn't pay for the whole operation.
No.
Like, so to me, it's not necessarily that important that it's financially viable.
Correct.
Now the other question you asked is, do you think that this is, like, important or it's needed? When I went to the Louvre in Paris, like, it wasn't a French language museum. It's like a world museum. Like, it's an art museum. What was important was art. So, like, they have Michelangelo pieces there.
Yeah, for sure.
They have Da Vinci pieces there.
Correct.
Italians.
So is this on par with that?
No, but the point is...
What are we going to have at this art gallery?
No, but the point is...
Okay.
If the Louvre said, we're only going to have French art here,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be the Louvre anymore.
Oh, there you go. Okay. But why? Okay, but in Sudbury, then why just a unilingual? Like, if you had
To me, it's kind of counterproductive.
So if we built an art center and we got all kinds of government funding for it and had an English,
Just said only English Ontarians.
only English Ontarian
That's silly, obviously.
art gallery.
Yeah,
Now,
it's silly.
would that sound right to you
No,
in any
it
way?
sounds wrong. But,
Okay.
as soon as somebody's not in the majority, it sounds better. But
So some of the comments we've had on our story that we shared from the Sudbury Star,
Yeah, for sure.
one person says it's just another place the city will be bailing out with taxpayer money.
But that's a given. Like, that going in. Spending $30 million up front.
So are they just taking
It's gonna be forever.
Are they just taking francophone tax money? No, I'm just asking a question. Or are they taking everyone's tax money?
There's no such thing as francophone tax
I didn't know.
money. It's
'cause
just
this
tax
is a
money.
question that I have.
It's all just a big pot.
So, and I'm sure other people. So, yet another black hole which Sudbury taxpayer money cannot escape.
Seems like a common theme. It was the same. It was the same on the Sudbury.com.
What did Sudbury.com say?
Let me scroll to the
so I'll
bottom
just
here.
keep sharing some of the ones we had on our Facebook page. An artistic, as an artist and musician, I will never visit
Oh no!
this waste of money while people die on the streets next door to Tom Davies. Now these are comments.
That's a good point.
I don't know. They're not my comments, but they're their comments. Doesn't look like too many people showed up in the pictures.
Well, I'm not too sure if the pictures show that.
And they put a question mark kind of thing. And then
sure.
Someone else said, from what I can see, I would have to agree. Sad to say, but it may be the biggest crowd it ever draws.
That's true. I agree with that one.
Not a wise city investment, in my opinion. This is what another, and then one other one. I wonder if it's going to be used as much as it was promised it would be.
Yeah, see that one again.
Which was my
I'm guaranteeing
kind of
it's not going to make
it's
money.
Not going to be and it's not even going to be
have
used.
a lot of people.
Not going to have a lot of people in there.
No.
So why? So again, I guess the question that people are asking is why. Like why?
I want to talk more about this, but I want to transition to the other story.
You're not going to share the comments on Sudbury.com?
I am, but the site is frozen.
Okay.
Like it might be frozen for a reason. I don't know.
They like freeze our site so they can't read the comments.
I'll come back to it if we have time. But
Exactly.
this Junction East story is actually pretty similar. I think it's very similar in terms of what people think of it, what the opinions of the public are of it.
Yeah, the opinions.
And it hasn't even been built.
I'm really surprised. You know, the city, I've always given it a hard time, but then you read the comments from the public, I'm like,
you realize you're not the only one.
You know what? We have a smart base of people, smarter than what I thought, and
very practical.
The decisions that are made aren't because the people are wanting them. It just seems to be there's some
never
other
been that way.
Some other kind of decision.
Okay, I finally got it.
Mechanism.
Here. So, which place will be first begging for more handouts? Place des Arts, Science North, or Laurentian University?
Looks like the people are very, what's the word, pessimistic when it comes to...
This one is bad. So you remember I mentioned the construction crafts and things? That was part of the grand opening, is like kids, it was a family-centered...
Oh, yes, the crafts.
One of the comments says, children playing with cardboard boxes in a $30 million new facility. No comment. Only in Sudbury.
Oh,
see,
man.
It's supposed to be sarcastic.
It is sarcastic for sure.
Yeah.
So those are the two, there was only two comments on Sudbury.com.
Those are the two, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not, you know what's funny?
I'm
when you
surprised
click on the article, it says there's three,
Oh, I know. All
three,
the time.
but I think sometimes they delete some of them.
They could moderate it.
Or
and
they
that's
moderate
the thing
it,
I found.
which is probably a good thing, actually.
I'm surprised they have comments on that. Because most of them...
They might be the only ones.
They disable the comment feature on their articles.
Exactly.
And But anyways, they have some open. They do allow comments on some of the stories I was looking at yesterday.
Yeah.
But not all of them. Anyways, you know what? People have, it is their money, right? Like, look, if someone comes to my door and says, give me $100, and then there's, they never give it back to you and they waste it, and then they come back, I need another $100. Eventually you say, I'm not going to lend you not even lend you. I'm not going to give you another $100. But if they say, can you give me $100? I'm going to build you a flower bed in the front yard for you. You're like, oh, okay then. Yeah, you're going to beautify my yard with that $100.
Yeah.
But if they take the $100 and they start doing things with it, that why do you want to keep giving $100 for? Hey, AJ here. Did you like that video? Please like and subscribe for more. Just like it every weekday.
Share it with your friends so they can stay up to date with all Sudbury news.